When people think of the Ohio State University, they often think of football. They usually think of championships, legendary coaches, and a sea of scarlet and gray that fills the Ohio Stadium on fall Saturdays. But before a single snap is played, there's another tradition that takes center stage, the Ohio State University Marching Band, known proudly as the best damn band in the land, or TBDBITL. This world-famous marching band is one of the most recognized college bands anywhere in the United States of America. Game day begins long before kickoff. One of the most beloved traditions is the skull session. Held before every home game, thousands of fans pack into St. John Arena just across the way from the Ohio Stadium to watch the band perform, to hear the coaches and players, and to build excitement before heading to the stadium. After the skull session, another tradition unfolds. The band marches from St. John's Arena through campus toward Ohio Stadium. Fans line the streets to cheer them on as the sounds of brass and percussion echo through campus. Then comes pregame inside of the stadium, which you're looking at. This precision marching, military-style formations, and powerful music create one of the most iconic pregame experiences in all of college football. For many fans, seeing the best damn band in the land perform is just as important as watching the game itself. Another important game day tradition involves Ohio State's ROTC programs. As fans make their way into the stadium, ROTC cadets play a visible role in the day's ceremonies and celebrations. Their presence serves as a reminder of Ohio State's long history of military service and leadership development. Inside Ohio Stadium, ROTC members traditionally gather together near the end zone, creating a visible connection between the university, its military programs, and thousands of fans in attendance. Before kickoff, one of the most meaningful moments of the day takes place. The American flag is presented and raised as the crowd rises to its feet. More than 100,000 people pause together for the National Anthem. It's a powerful moment of unity and respect that reminds everyone that Ohio State football is about more than sports. It's about tradition, community, service, and country. The combination of military pageantry, patriotic ceremony, and college football atmosphere creates an experience unlike any other in the nation. No Ohio State tradition is more famous than Script, Ohio. First performed in 1936, Script, Ohio has become one of the most recognized traditions in all of sports. As the band marches across the field, members form the cursive word Ohio with incredible precision. The highlight comes from the sousaphone player stepping forward and dramatically dotting the I. That simple moment has become legendary. Over the years, distinguished guests, former band members, athletes, and even astronauts have been invited to dot the I, making it one of the highest honors associated with Ohio State traditions. For many fans, Script, Ohio is the emotional centerpiece of game day. This setting of all of these traditions in Ohio Stadium, often called the Horseshoe because of its distinctive shape, Ohio Stadium first opened in 1922. At the time, it was considered one of the most ambitious college stadium projects ever undertaken. More than a century later, it remains one of the most iconic venues in sports. Today, Ohio Stadium seats more than 102,000 fans, making it one of the largest stadiums in the United States. The massive structure dominates the campus skyline and becomes one of the largest cities in Ohio on game day. The energy inside of the stadium is difficult to describe. When over 100,000 fans sing, cheer, and celebrate together, the atmosphere becomes something every college football fan should experience at least once. Ohio Stadium is more than just a football venue. It's a landmark that connects generations of Buckeye fans. As kickoff approaches, the excitement reaches another level. Fans rise to their feet, and the anticipation becomes almost impossible to contain. Then the moment arrives. The Buckeyes burst from the tunnel and charge onto the field. The roar from the crowd can be deafening. Adding to the spectacle are flames shooting into the air as the team enters, creating a dramatic scene that energizes both players and fans. At the same time, another beloved tradition unfolds. 4 runners carrying giant OHIO fans race around the field. As they enter the stadium, fans join in by shouting the letters back and forth. O-H-I-O. The tradition creates a powerful connection between the crowd and the team. The combination of music, fireworks, flames, flags, and more than 100,000 passionate fans creates one of the most electric entrances in college football. Of course, all of these traditions support one of the most successful football programs in college and American history. Ohio State football dates back to 1890 and has grown into a national powerhouse. The Buckeyes have won multiple national championships and consistently rank among the winningest teams and programs in college football history. The program has produced countless All-Americans, Heisman Trophy winners, NFL stars, and legendary coaches. Names like Woody Hayes, Archie Griffin, Eddie George, Orlando Pace, Troy Smith, and many others are woven into the history of the sport. Archie Griffin remains the only player in college football history to win the Heisman Trophy twice. Ohio State has produced hundreds of NFL draft picks and regularly sends players to the professional ranks. Year after year, the Buckeyes compete for conference championships, college football playoff appearances, and national titles. But what truly makes Ohio State football special is the combination of excellence and the tradition. The band, the school session, Script Ohio and the Horseshoe, the National Anthem, the OHIO flags, and more than a century of unforgettable memories. For Buckeye fans, it's never just a football game. It's a tradition passed from generation to generation. And on every fall Saturday in Columbus, Ohio, their tradition comes alive once again.
Homes, hills, jeeps and peeps, if you're chasing cheese, she's who you need. Rain, shine, sleet or snow, real estate adventures. Let's go,